This is Eye on the Community, and I am Sean Anthony, your host. And did you know in Franklin County, Black babies are nearly 3 times more likely to die than white babies from infant mortality? To reduce and ultimately prevent infant mortality, it takes a collective and committed movement from each and every one of us. Today, I'm joined by Miss Maureen Stapleton, the Executive Director of CelebrateOne, to talk to us about how CelebrateOne is doing just that, with events like the Community Baby Shower on Saturday, April 30th. But I'll let Director Stapleton share all the spoilers. Director Stapleton, welcome back to Eye on the Community. How are you today?
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Great to be here.
Glad to have you. So as I mentioned, Saturday, April 30th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., CelebrateOne will host its popular community baby shower at the North YMCA. Tell us about this event, who's invited, and what can parents and families expect?
Excellent. Thank you so much for doing this for us. It's important for us to make connections to our families. So on Saturday, April 30th, from 1 to 4 o'clock at the North YMCA on Sandalwood Place, we are hosting our first baby shower of the season. The showers are for parents-to-be and people who have children under the age of 1. So you can be pregnant and or parenting a child under the age of 1. And when you come to these showers, there are a couple of things. First, we want to make it feel like a shower. And so there are games and prizes and all sorts of things like you would get at a normal baby shower. But the biggest piece is that you walk away with real resources, things that you really need, diapers and supplies, but you also walk away with connections to some pretty key resources in our community that are so important for our families to be able to connect to. And so we have an opportunity every year, 3 or 4 times a year, and this is the first one of the year, to bring parents of children under the age of 1 and those who are pregnant in to meet these resources and get the valuable information that can help them raise their children and get these babies to the age of 1. It is very, very important that we do all we can. We're still in a pandemic, to make sure that resources are available. And one of the things that's nice about this particular baby shower is, let's say you aren't parenting, or you don't have you're not pregnant, or you don't have a child under the age of 1, you can still come, because this is the YMCA's Healthy Kids Day. And so families are encouraged to attend for food and activities and physical and mental health resources for the general family as well. So we're kind of combining efforts, bigger bang for the buck, with 2 big organizations in town working all on the same causes to make families healthy, whole, and give them the resources that they need.
That's awesome. I just finished interviewing the president and CEO of the YMCA, and he was just talking about all the community outreaches programs that he has. So it's good to hear that you guys have partnered up. Now, you guys do this community baby shower, and you draw out a lot of people, Ms. Stapleton. What makes Celebrate One's community baby shower such a draw, and why is it so important to bring events and initiatives such as this to the communities where people live and work?
Where people live and work, and specifically the communities that are most impacted by infant mortality, is where we want to be. And so we purposely go to zip codes and areas of town where we know we have higher incidence of infant mortality. That's babies not getting to the age of 1. And in those neighborhoods, we often find that folks suffer from access or lack thereof of transportation, food, have socioeconomic issues. So there are families that are trying to do the best they can, but may have some impediments and barriers. And so what we do with these baby showers is connect parents to organizations so they can work over and beyond those barriers to get their children and their families what they need. This time, we get to partner with an organization that is also in the community every day, working to ensure that the physical and mental health of children and families are intact, especially during this pandemic. And so this is an opportunity for families to get connected to day-to-day necessities and extra resources that they may not have an opportunity to normally have. That is what these showers provide, and they provide it in the neighborhoods where we know there is the greatest need.
Excellent. We've talked about this upcoming community baby shower and all of the wonderful things that you guys do in the community, but CelebrateOne's footprint extends beyond these events. For our listeners that just may be tuning in, first time hearing of CelebrateOne, they may not be familiar. Explain to them what all the amazing life-saving work you guys do in the community, and give us a brief overview of CelebrateOne and your mission.
CelebrateOne was created in 2014 with two objectives in mind: to reduce infant mortality in Franklin County and to lessen the disparities, Sean, between non-Hispanic Black and non-Hispanic white babies. As you said, Black babies are 3 times more likely to die in this community. That's unacceptable to the city, that's unacceptable to the mayor, and it's unacceptable to us here at CelebrateOne. So we work very closely with 11 or 12 organizations who are working singularly focused on a variety of issues and opportunities so that parents can get what they need. That includes safe sleep training, safe sleep ambassador and ally training, a 30-minute or an hour training to get community members engaged in understanding how to put a baby down correctly and how to make sure that that child is safely sleeping alone, on their backs, and in a crib. That includes housing for pregnant women, where we bring families who are imminently homeless or already homeless into proper housing during their pregnancy, because we have found through our Healthy Beginnings at Home study that adequate housing increases better birth outcomes. That includes testing out and funding rides for babies, which is an opportunity to ensure that parents who are pregnant and or parenting under the age of the 1 have access to transportation to get to the doctor, get to the store, and get to their necessities in order for the family to have what they need. We meet people where they are, Sean, and wherever that is, that's where CelebrateOne works. And so we work with 11 or 12 lead entities, all of us focused very clearly on one thing: making sure that we get babies to the age of 1. Other thing that we do that is, I always like to talk about, is our teen reproductive health education. We're not necessarily in a state that is a progressive state. And so we don't have health education policies, sexual health education policies, but here in Franklin County, we work with our Columbus City schools to ensure that health education, the proper health education, is happening at the middle and high school level. Again, we meet people where they are, and we fill in the gaps as we need to.
You mentioned ambassador. I have a new addition in my family, my sister-in-law. So I have a new nephew, and I've shared with her, the things that I've been doing with CelebrateOne and getting the information out. And she signed up to be an ambassador. So I'm very excited. And as soon as we're done with this interview, I'm going to send her the information about April 30th so that she can go as well and get some information and resources. It's excellent. Also, Director Stapleton, I understand that there are some big problems that you guys are actively tackling right now. And we know with intentional support from the community, we can continue to make a difference. How can people support the work that you and CelebrateOne are doing right now?
The first thing you can do as a community member is wrap your arms and your support around every family, every young person who is pregnant and parenting a young child. We know that regardless of their resources, there are economic and social issues that impact birth outcomes. So be a supportive community, 1. 2, it's important to do what you can to educate every family member. We still have babies who are dying here in Franklin County because people aren't putting their babies down correctly and not putting them in a safe sleep environment. And so just like your niece, become a safe sleeping ambassador. If you're an aunt, an uncle, if you're a church member and you know that training hasn't happened in your church in a while, call us. We'll come in and do it for you, either virtually or in person. It's important for community members to engage in that way. So if you're an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, just because you're not the parenting individual doesn't mean that you won't have to take care of a baby during those formative first few months. So we want everybody to be educated. And so taking CelebrateOne and having people reach out to CelebrateOne. If you want to attend this baby shower and you're listening to this and you know someone who needs to attend, they can register at tinyurl.com/North Shower. Again, that's tinyurl.com/ North Shower. Have them sign up. If you don't have access to a computer or the ability to sign up on a computer or a phone, you can always call us or text us at 614-570-3592. Sean, if people take that number and text, we will get back with you within 24 hours. So if you miss the shower and you still think there's a family that needs resources and support, or a young person who's pregnant and needs to be connected, we have connectors ready to serve that can get you into the doctor, that can get you the extra support you need in order for your baby to be healthy and happy and whole. And so as a community, lean in, help us lean in. Listen to our podcasts, that maternity podcasts, and share them with people you know in your community. Become a part of our Facebook world. Become a Facebook friend and follower of CelebrateOne and our work. Every member of our community can do something to protect our babies. And so I've just given you a few of those today.
Ms. Stapleton, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking out the time of your day to share this valuable information with our listeners here. We definitely appreciate it. I also like to give a special thanks to CelebrateOne for its continued mission to reduce infant mortality and ensure Black and brown babies are alive, healthy, and thriving from day one to year one and beyond. Now, remember that CelebrateOne Baby Shower is next Saturday, April 30th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the North YMCA. It is free, but you must register at tinyurl.com/northshower. But the work doesn't stop here, ladies and gentlemen. As you just heard, to learn more and join CelebrateOne in its life-saving work, just visit columbus.gov/CelebrateOne or call the CelebrateOne hotline 614-570-3592. Also, make sure to follow CelebrateOne on social media platforms and subscribe to the CelebrateOne email list for updates on events, resources, and more. I'm Sean Anthony, and remember to keep your baby safe by sharing the room and never the bed. Let's all get to work, and you guys have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.